the sprites mainly in 13. I'm just a sucker for pixel art. That stuff's just cool. But a lot of it is just the characters are so likable, and I mean it's great. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. If you're just tuning in on our side over here, pardon me there, because I'm pretty sure they were talking about Smash over there. And
no.
By the way, hello to all of you in Syrin's chat there. Nice to see y'all. Glad you all joined up with us. It seems the issue is taken care of, so awkward as it might sound, I guess. I guess for my end there, for those of you who are just tuning in, or those watching the VOD, I'll just do the intro again, because why not?
Alright.
Like I said, this is the 6th edition, right? Number 6?
Yeah.
Number 6?
Episode 6.
I want to see why I was jumping around when we had episode number 5, because 5 is one of my favorite numbers. But, as you can hear, I am Chris Lotus, of course. This is the Shattering, and I'm joined along with Syrin, and we got a guest this time.
Oh, hi. I'm PancakeSauce.
Didn't realize he was in the chat last time. I was like, until Syrin invited him to the Discord, he's like, oh, I'm gonna bring my cousin in, and I was like, wait a minute, PancakeSauce.
Yeah,
the guy in the chat.
So yeah, with yesterday's episode of the Shattering
last week.
Not yesterday, but last week.
Oh, good.
You're gonna have us looking like, wait a minute, hold up, where is this like yesterday's episode like? Where does come from? Y'all didn't tell us about this. Where's this?
the secret hidden version of the Shattering.
Secret hidden boss episode.
The
need
Shattering.
to complete Shen's combos in 13.
The Orochi Shattering.
The Orochi Shattering.
I was gonna antagonize Syrin with a little bit of Hua slander.
Yeah, I forgot that's his boy.
And then you read my name out loud, and I was like, "Oh man,
my bad."
Yeah. Oh no, it's fine. I'm glad. I don't.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm all for some hidden punchlines or what. Syrin has to get some of it then, because I don't know if they're in the chat yet, but one of my faithful viewers, shoutouts to Suichi there, keeps getting on my case, because I mean, on one hand, I get it. I keep promising that I will not make fun or insult Shune again, but I promise you, every time we go to something else, it keeps coming back to him. Just like in the video, which of course we're going to get to as is customary. We're going to talk about Shermie this week, but I do not work at SNK. Okay, I did not implore them to have them. Suichi, I'm laughing right now because Suichi popped up in the chat. But just so you know, because he was like, oh yeah, you said you weren't going to make fun of him again. I'm like, I did not tell SNK, hey, you know that busty, thick, sexy redhead grappler or whatever, then could y'all have her throw Shune's half red, half blue, half whatever that style is. I forgot the name of it. Throw him around, please. Throw him around. Please, do that. I swear. They picked that, not me. Because he gets on my case every time. I'm pretty sure Suichi has a board somewhere tallying. Okay, every time. You keep saying you're not going to make fun of him, so every time you do it, I'm going to tally it. But I'm going to be serious this time around. I'm going to try not to... You know what, instead of, if we ever come back around to talking about Shune again, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to say something nice instead. If I'm about to say, let's say, for instance, man, freaking... instead of saying Shune's fashion sense is so trashy, I'm going to freaking stop myself Shune's fashion sense is, very unique.
It's unique, yeah. It's very unique.
All right.
Yeah, he's like a fashionista Deku.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, Shuichi. Hey, I appreciate you messing with me. It's fun though. But you're right, it didn't last a week. But hey, I mean, like I said, I'm just telling you, I did not tell SNK to make Shune a punching bag for freaking Shermie and the freaking what's basically called a camel clutch there. I'm jumping ahead. But all of you in the chat right here,
since
you all in the chat, just like, hey Jose, everybody, all my usual viewers here, say hello to. I'm surprised nobody. They probably saw it, but they probably aren't talking about it right now. Say hello to PancakeSauce, please. Welcome to PancakeSauce to the Shattering. A sentence that I never thought I would ever say, but here we are.
I'm here.
We'll bring in the PancakeSauce to Dairy Queen, the ice cream shop.
Dairy Queen? Dairy Queen, great stuff.
The Dairy Queen?
I didn't know. I just realized, I think we did this last week too. We sometimes get into bouts of talking about food randomly on here.
I totally
I don't know how that keeps happening.
I think Syrin was telling me about a burger place over I guess nearby him or something like that. Because I mentioned Dairy Queen, and I was just going to tell you, and this is because of one channel I watch covers interesting weird facts and all that. I think it's over in China, I think. Somewhere. There is a knockoff of Dairy Queen, and it's called Dairy Fairy. I kid you not.
Dairy Fairy?
They showed the
Wow. It sounds like something like if you leave your tooth under your pillow, the Dairy Fairy will come and ice cream.
Jose in the chat is like, all right, so where's the pancakes? All right. Speaking of,
he's standing on the table.
Yeah.
Speaking of pancakes, then I
hope you washed your face before you got up there.
I watched my feet. Don't worry.
All right, good.
Snap. Oh my God! Speaking of pancake sauce, batter, whatever you want to talk about it, y'all thought the word thickness was thrown around when King's trailer came out. That got beaten really fast. Now, to avoid another 5 minutes of me simping, I'm gonna let Syrin and Pancake. I'm gonna just start calling it Pancake.
Yeah, that's more simple.
I'm gonna let them talk about Shermie first. What'd y'all think of the trailer?
Okay. I didn't put my thing on loop.
Don't tell me
you saw my recommended.
You forgot to put it on loop. Don't tell me you snuck and you watching the Shermie trailer again. You rewatching it again. I watched Maximilian react to it. Earlier, and he was like, "You know what? I gotta watch that again." Love Maximilian, but go ahead. What you say about Shermie?
So we got the lady, the hacky
lady herself.
Yeah, the one and only character that my co-host here, course, quite enjoys.
Something that I noticed right away, when looking back on the trailer, is she's suplexing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine that could be maybe a part of something like a grab.
Yep, we got a grappler and
I think it's like a.
Go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
No, never mind.
But I think it's pretty interesting character. A lot of her movements when you're looking at what she's doing in the trailer, it's very acrobatic all over the place.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
guess I'm sure. I mean, guess I'm. Let's call them Shermie.
That's me.
His character doesn't even have red hair.
Yeah. And you can see my eyes too.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, Shermie is back from the dead. She's got nothing electric yet. Well, not yet. I wouldn't say yet because I don't know if she's gonna get any electric stuff.
Does she normally have electric powers?
So
her Orochi form does.
Yeah.
Oh.
So her and it was another character that was revealed a couple of weeks ago, Yashihiro, the guy with the red, shorter than a shirt, but I guess too much to be considered a vest or whatever. Yashiro with the white hair. The two of them
Wearing
and
crop top.
not me, Chris. They're all a group. They were called the New Faces, and they're also a band. And on top of that, they basically have... There's a secret character version of all three of them where they basically have their Orochi forms, which are drastically different from their regular forms. Because Yashiro... His base, like his regular Yashiro, is okay. But I like Orochi Yashiro because he just, like, command grabs all over the place. He does one where he's legit slinging you back and forth, like Hulk did Loki in the Avengers movie. Like...
Oh yeah,
I love that. But that's basically that like with Shermie, like her Orochi form actually plays into the element that her rival has, which is Benimaru, because if look at her interview and she asks, oh, who do you want to fight the most? She's like, Mizuo Nikado, Benimaru, who's another lightning guy. So she has her lightning powers too. However, if they're gonna bring it in here, could we please not have it to where the lightning can strike Shermie herself, please? Can we not? Can we not? And yes,
that would not be very enjoyable.
And yes, that's a thing. I'm pretty sure Syrin might have shown you something in 2002 Ultimate Match. The lightning that she can summon, like with this one particular super, it can strike and it will hurt her herself. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
I've barely played any Shermie, so I don't
You don't have too much.
I don't really know that one fully, but I have a feeling. Is it like the super when you're at like really low health?
Yeah, the HDSM. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
wait, you can only do it when you're at low health?
The one where I mentioned the lightning possibly striking Shermie herself, that's what that's called. It's an HDSM. In 2002 UM.
Yeah, it's basically...
Good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to explain it to him. It's basically with those kind of supers, you have 30% health left, and you have to have at least 3 bars a meter, and then you can do the super that does about 30 to 40% damage to the
that
opponent.
must have been horrible, because I mean, if you have to be at low health to do it, and then you get hit by your own attack, that's kind of sketchy.
Exactly. That's why I hate it. I mean, there's a chance it might get somebody else, though, but, like, do you really want to gamble on that? You see, Pancake was looking at the numbers. He was like, wait a minute. Hold up. You're at low health and you're about to risk getting struck by your own lightning? What's the matter with you?
Yeah. and with Yashiro, he's like in a masculine crop top. That's what I would place this weird shirt thing as.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like his Orochi form. Like, his Orochi form is like Command Throw City, and I just like that, though. But I guess you're right.
I like Chris's Orochi one. Not this one, not this guy.
His
the other
is...
one. Orochi.
The guy made me one of the heads of the freaking Orochi Serpent. Chris's is unique in the fact that you can actually, turn into Orochi Chris by playing normal Chris. It's just, I mean, yeah, it's the same thing with this your 30% threshold or whatever, the HDSM. I keep getting it wrong, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Lupo.
If you play as Orochi Chris, he turns into Orochi. Is his like super.
But
he does that. I think it's called Return to Sender.
Yeah, but like you play Chris and you use that, the level 3 there, he can turn into Orochi Chris in the match. Like right there.
Yeah.
Which is pretty freaking unique. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the lightning will fall where correspondent last button you hit the characters right, left or right, LPHK. Yeah, I think that's about it though, but it's just... I just didn't like the fact that Shermie could get hit by it. But I mean, that is the life of an Orochi, I suppose, then. High risk, high reward. Jose in the chat says Orochi forms are basically Super Saiyan forms with the color red. I agree.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
You mean
I've never watched Dragon Ball.
I can agree with. I get what he's trying to say there. I get what he's trying to say. Even though I actually haven't been watching Super like that. I watched Dragon Ball like when it was Z and stuff like that. I watched Dragon Ball, but I haven't watched a lot of Super personally. But so yeah, I'm not going to simp here for another 5 minutes. Then there's a video of that. You can just go on my channel and watch me reacting to the trailer. But With that being said, there is another move in the trailer that I also didn't see, and that was well, actually two. Now I think about it. One was her counter, where basically in 2002 UM, like she would basically fold her arms and kind of lean forward, kind of like looking cutesy or whatever. That's a counter. I didn't see that in the trailer. I didn't see her dodge, where basically she kind of strokes her hair, and like it's a dodge, and you can follow it up with an attack, which is basically this little kick. I didn't see that either. So, because I had pointed out we didn't see the busty suplex, and that is what it's called. I'm not making it up. I'm not making that up. You can look in the you can fire up 2002 UM right now and look for yourself. That is what it's called. But I mean, hey, but at the same time, like busty suplex is a command normal, so it might be in there. Plus, I mean, it's not really even safe on block. You do it raw, you're gonna get punished. You're gonna suffer a punish. And the other ones, like somebody on Event Hubs actually brought up a good point, saying that maybe the dodges were a little too old school and they kind of wanted Shermie to feel a lot more fresh, like as far as gameplay style. And speaking of, since I heard Pancake talking about animations, I mentioned this in my video, and I just want to know your thoughts on the Syrin. One thing that I've heard about when it comes to KOL 15 trailers, one criticism I've seen here and there is a lot of the animations look a bit stiff and rough, like they're not polished yet. But it's like, when I watch Shermie's trailer, and it's not just because I love the character, but all the suplexes, the acrobatic moves, like SNK,
it does look pretty clean.
Like SNK, exactly. Like I feel like SNK really took their time with her. They took their time.
The only character I think looked a little stiff was Terry.
Oh, Terry. Interesting.
And only really with the stiffness, it was like his CD and his aerial CD.
And yes, she can, Fabio. Look it up. She can be hit by her own lightning. Look it up. But
yeah, his CD looked a little stiff. That's
the only thing with Terry that Terry I just kind of didn't like was, and maybe this is just me being into this series for so long, you're used to Terry yelling out all the attacks. Like everything he does, he's yelling then. It's like a couple of moves, he kind of seemed like he's mellowed down some. But I mean, it's overall, I mean, come on. At least you know, Terry is still Terry. The blonde American man there. I actually didn't know until I started doing research for a video that I'm working on that they integrated his love for basketball, despite the fact, I mean, people are like, wait a minute, I thought he wears a baseball cap. I'm like, well, they say his forte is basketball. They integrated that into the names of some of the moves from Power Dunk. You know what I'm saying? Power Dunk. There was another move too that was like an allusion to him loving basketball. I forgot what it was. It was Power Dunk and another move that alluded to Terry's love for basketball.
I don't know. It's not Power Charge. It's not Quick Knuckles. Quick Burn. I forget what it's called. He has a 2002 UN.
I almost want to say it has the word slam in it.
I have no idea.
But I know Power Dunk is one of them. But crack shoot, because you shoot the ball. Crack shoot. There we go. Notice a stretch.
Crack shoot a basketball reference?
You shoot the ball. Like you shoot a ball. You shoot the ball.
Yeah, there's like shooters. Like there's like shooters. That's a thing. I don't know. I'm talking to it.
But I do think Power Dunk. But I do think Power Dunk is actually a lot more direct.
Yeah.
Jose in chat says animations KOF could use some more work, but I'm sure it won't end up like NetherRealm's botchy animations in Mortal Kombat games. The animations in Mortal Kombat are good. The thing that's wrong with Mortal Kombat 11, if you ask me, is just ranked. Not the netcode itself, because their netcode is good, but ranked is awful. Because unless somebody has the trashiest connection, you can't quit the match. And it's like, it might seem like somebody might have a 5-bar connection when you link up, but especially if they're on Wi-Fi, especially in this game where you can put the ping, like the clock, the connection strength, you could put that, like the numbers will be there like at the very bottom, so you'll know like what the ping is. And sometimes the ping will shoot up way high mid-match, and it's like, wait a minute, hold up, I thought you had a 5-bar connection. Oh, I forgot, they're on Wi-Fi. Bad Wi-Fi. So it's like, that's the reason.
Monkey internet.
That's the reason why I stopped playing Mortal Kombat 11. It's like, rank was just awful. There you go. I promise I wasn't getting into that negativity, but hey, at least I steered from the other target. I'm not going to say his name. Suichi. They kind of copied Kyo's original team power. Yashiro, his Daimon, Shermie, Benimaru, and not me, Chris Kyo. Interestingly, I found out, and I'm giving away so much stuff for this video series I'm working on. I actually learned, I forgot the name of it, but they got inspired, like, with the team composition for Team Japan. They actually got inspired by an anime. A lot of SNK stuff is very much inspired by anime and manga. I mean, because think about it. Blue Mary. Who was Blue Mary modeled after?
Yeah. Android something.
18.
I think.
18.
And I don't watch Dragon Ball.
Android 18.
Okay.
Freaking Tung Furu is master. He's master. We just exactly. Tung Furu's Master Roshi there, and Kyo has a whole bunch, but it's like, it's not so much in the looks, but people like the attitude and all of that, or something like that, but...
Literally, K49 was from Akira.
Oh yeah, he was just a recolor. That's what they call, like, in these games where you unlock skins and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I don't like this skin, but, like, you know, it's a recolor. Which, I'm not saying they're bad, but that's basically what K49 was. He was a recolor. And despite that, he still has fans. He still has fans, man. I'm more surprised at K49 having fans, more so as opposed to when I was talking about, I was surprised that Love Heart had fans, but oh my god. But yeah, like, they took their time with Shermie. They really did. I even like some of the newer stuff that we saw. Like, they gave her a lot of, like, special and supers to anti-air people with. Like, a whole bunch of them. I think it was 2 different supers where it's like they're anti-airing, because I went back and looked at, like, the one where she basically twirled in the air and then did, like, basically what's a double foot stomp to the back. And I'm like, okay. And not only that, but because Max even saw it. That was, like, a crazy combo. Like, freaking... I was even surprised. Another guy I watch his reactions, a guy named is Ignorant Rizzy. Shouts to him because his reactions are freaking hilarious. I didn't catch it at first, but there was a moment where, like, she slams, I'm pretty sure it was Shunei. She slams him on the ground. Like, he's legit on the ground, but, like, she was able to super, like, combo into a command grab super off the ground.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty crazy.
Like, they gave her some very crazy combo ability in this game. If it is indeed final, because what do they love to say with all these trailers? The image is here. We all know that. Speaking of technical difficulties, why am I not... I was wondering why I heard Blue Mary's Blues then. Play that tune. Blue Mary's Blues. Blue Mary's Blues. Blue Mary's Blues. That's not how the song goes. I'm just... hyping myself up for some stupid reasons. Syrin put this in the freaking... he put this in the playlist. I forgot how good Blue Mary's Blues was. Try saying that 5 times fast. Blue Mary's Blues.
It's too many B's.
Blue Mary's Blues. Y'all like that? You like that? Blue Mary's Blues.
The Shattering is now morphing into just karaoke.
Let's see. So, yeah. But yeah, Shermie is back. She's... Yeah,
you're right. People do like Tetsuo. It's just... That wasn't really a knock on K49 Shuichi. It's just... Well, I'll take that back because there's a bunch of other stuff that people call rip-offs that actually get a lot of clout, honestly. I mean, one of my favorite all-time anime is Yu Yu Hakusho. And I was told about a series called Flame of Recca, which was seen as like a ripoff of Yu Yu Hakusho. I actually sat down and I watched Flame of Recca, and I could see the parallels and all the stuff and everything, but it was actually still enjoyable. So, that's not a knock on K49. K49 was actually pretty... As far as playstyle, I think he was alright.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
But, luckily...
What you got?
I was gonna say... But luckily, if you guys like the moveset, you guys can always play Nameless.
The thing about it is, they gave him his playstyle, but we all could see that was them trying to dodge the bullet of, hey, we're not ripping off Tetsuo Shima anymore, yo. We know what happened.
Yeah.
And part of me wonders, do they really want us to forget about K49 or not? Because did you see how they like include him in the big encyclopedia of KOF characters? Because K49 is in there. It's just a shadow of him. It's a silhouette of him. Have you seen that before?
Really?
Yes. Yes.
I have not.
You can. I think you can find like the picture of the page because I know I used it in a video some time ago. Like they still have K49 in there, but it's a silhouette of him. Like you.
Interesting.
Why, Syrin? Why'd you have to put Blue Mary's Blues in here?
Because it's a good song. What do you want me to say?
What were you gonna say about YJ earlier, Pancake?
Yeah.
Oh, I was making a joke because I knew that Syrin plays him. That I think that he's overpowered because like nobody wants to hear that their main's overpowered. That's just not a thing that you want to hear. So I figured he could like defend himself, and I thought it would be fun.
These days.
And then you said my name,
Mhm.
and then I was like, oh, well, now he's not going to.
You gonna call him the overpowered freaking YJ? These days, when I hear somebody talk about my main is overpowered, whenever I hear anybody talk about my main is overpowered, since it's such a, don't y'all think it's like such a, everybody loves reaching for those words whenever like it comes to something like that. Overpowered, broken, busting, OP. It's like to the point where it's like, are any characters just good anymore? Every good character is OP. Every good character is broken.
I mean, that's even with like other game series. There's not really like okay. It's nothing like where it's like I don't know. I guess I'm wrong. Like there's different things that just aren't meta, but they're not bad.
Good old meta. All right, so he is chatting it up in there, so let me go ahead and give him his reward because as we always do at the end of every Shattering, what do? We wonder who is going to be the next trailer. Take a wild guess. I mean, unless Syrin or somebody is amongst my chat is working for SNK and they got the backdrop on everything, then by all means stop guessing because you're cheating because you got background access. But nevertheless, before the silhouette came out, which, by the way, what'd y'all think of that? What'd y'all think of the silhouette?
I thought it was. Are you saying, like, what did I think who it was going to be?
Well, I guess I'll put it like this. Did you think it was a good clue?
Yeah. It kept people guessing.
Because you were hoping it was Botan, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not upset for seeing Shermie. I'm not upset at like the fact they put out Shermie this week, but I really wanted it to be Botan. I'm like, if y'all want to shatter all expectations, y'all gotta drop like somebody like, cause far as you know, Botan was always like just a like. Botan's never really had a major debut. Like she was, I think, when she was like a striker before, like a striker. Wasn't she a striker? Or
No,
like
I don't even think she was a striker.
Oh, okay.
I think she was just like an NPC.
Yeah, so it's like somebody wasn't even a striker, NPC, because I know Event Hubs, I thought about it because Event Hubs were talking about when that silhouette came out, they were like a character might be making their debut, their big debut, and I'm like, put her out. Put her out. You want to shatter expectations? Those from the past team or something, or like 3 agents of those from the past? Come on. I mean, I'm happy with the Shermie trailer, but like the expectations haven't been shattered yet because, as you probably know, you two probably know, and I saw people in the chat mention it too, we know who the third character is. We know. I don't think Not Me Chris is not going anywhere. I think he's going to be the third one. Maybe the shattering expectation is going to be like, okay, because you know how they revealed Team Fatal Fury and then they had the little demo afterward? Maybe, just maybe, what they're going to do this time is that once they decide to put out Chris, not me,
yeah,
they're going to play a demo, like have them all scrapping and all that. And then to cap it all off, they were like, Orochi forms too. Now, I don't think that's expectation shattering because, I mean, we've seen it before. I think the last time we saw these three, they had Orochi forms. I'm just saying, it's like, I get everybody needs a slogan for a game or something, but, and maybe I'm being a little too harsh too early, but I just do not think that nothing has been really shattering yet. It's been satisfying, if you want to use another S word.
We're using too many terms that we already use.
I mean, it's like, they're satisfying most of my expectations. But where's the shatter come from? I mean, even with Benny Maru, it's not really even like a shattering all expectations because Hilux, hey Super Duper, Hilux, and somebody else that watches me called it, talking about Benny Maru teaming up with Shune and Meitenkun, and I mean, even though he's never teamed with them before, we've seen Benny Maru do it before. He's had a team Benny Maru or a team being with somebody else other than Team Japan. He's done it before. Now I mean, and I almost feel like they did this because, believe it or not, despite how much I've picked on him, I think Shune is okay. Meitenkun is cool, but in the general sense of people, like, you know, when the general perception, the reception to those two new characters was not that great. So how do you try to, like, make the fan base warm up to them, especially in a team game like KOF? Put him with a veteran character. And who better, of course, than, I guess, Benny Maru, who honestly, he might seem like, I mean, Benny Maru ain't all that, like, he's been around for years, but remember, this man has won more titles. This man has won more King of Fighters titles than anybody else in the game. It's not Kyo, it's not Terry, it's not Rio. Benny Maru. Benny Maru has won more KOF championships than anybody else. So that's why I think they did that. Will they warm up to Shune and Meitenkun? We shall see. But yeah,
hopefully. I don't hate either of them because I kind of like Meitenkun and I kind of like Shune a little bit, although his design is a little overboard.
What do you think of Headphone Man and Sleepy Kid, PancakeSauce?
Well, Shune's okay. Like, he's alright. I mean, I think he looks kind of cool. Sleepy Kid's I think I would be, I'm happy about them. Both of them. I don't really have anything like bad to say about it, other than, you know, Shune's fashion sense. But
you're gonna join us for another episode of Shattering sometime in the future, right?
Yeah, I would imagine.
No, okay, so I'm gonna put this out here and I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna use you to, like, take the heat off of me. I'm gonna default to you whenever I feel like I'm gonna say something bad about Shune. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna get Shuichi off my back. Then I'm like, you know what?
So,
let me let him talk so I don't put a tally on
with Sleepy Boy. I mean, like, I'm not sure, like, too much about, like, his, like, how he fights or any of the gameplay, but I want to give him a hug just, like, with, like, what he's wearing. He looks very soft.
They did a nice job at, like, making him seem a little bit newer because I didn't say it when I reacted to his trailer, but I at least, you know, how you sometimes make something like a video or something, you don't catch certain things and all that. I always wondered that very last super we saw him do was totally not in his moveset in the last game. Like, I was like, I don't remember this. Like, he had that look on his face where it's like he's actually awake for once and then he just goes ham all over everything. It's like, and I always just kind of thought his gimmick was actually kind of cool. I mean, like, how often do you see sleepy people in fighting games? I mean, what's the archetype you see in fighting games? You see athletic people, buff guys, sometimes Amazonian women, then edgelords. Right. Who else? Who else? Joke characters.
Old guys.
Old guys.
Buff guys. Yeah.
It's like, so you don't see a sleepy person, like, because think about it. I mean, the one thing you kind of don't want to be when you're involved in combat is sleepy. But Majin Kun's like, huh? What? Oh, yeah. I'm jumping a little bit ahead, or were we doing KOF 13 dialogues?
Speaking of dialogue, I definitely really like.
Okay.
I like. I love Manakun. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but
Maiden Kun.
Yeah, Maiden Kun is just. I love his dialogues, especially with the other characters.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, I was hoping I wasn't jumping ahead because I didn't want to like go ahead of us or whatever, though. But I just like the fact. I think, like, what was it? Was he facing off against Vice? I think it was, and he was just kind of no-selling her. He was like, "I'm gonna kill you, you little brat." Hey, you! I said I'm gonna murder you. Oh, yeah. Good luck trying that on me then, because little do you know, I got the power of Gaia, and you better hope I don't wake up, because if I wake up, you are gonna get got. No, Maiden Kun's a lot more slackerish than that. I think he's actually underrated. I think he's underrated.
I mean, I know. I have a friend who mains Maiden Kun, so yeah, he likes him. I don't know. I think Maiden Kun's a kind of a fun character when I played him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not super good with charge characters, but I mean, he's still quite fun.
Interesting stuff in the chat over here. Kuro Bomb in the chat says, Shune in the manga is so likable though. I love the fact that he just doesn't understand fashion because he lives in the mountains, so he wears what he thinks is cool. Oh.
That makes a lot more sense.
Oh. Even though I think the little bit of trivia, Shuichi, by the way, Shuichi, could you drop it in the chat again, what the name of that fashion that, I guess, inspired Shune's design? I forgot the name of it. But that makes it even make... Wow. Well, then.
That makes a lot more sense.
I kind of wish I was a fairly bigger YouTuber so I could, like, at least gather people like Maximilian. Gather people like Maximilian and be like, so, everybody that made fun of his fashion sense, do you realize, he lived in the mountains his entire life? And his only friend he had was a sleepy person there, and his adoptive granddad was teaching him martial arts, so yeah, he's not really a city guy. Which honestly, not saying like all mountain people are like this then, but I think that also would kind of sort of tie into why he's so polite too, because Shune is very polite. Like, he has a very likable personality. He's very polite. You don't see a lot of polite people, like genuinely polite people in fighting games. Usually when someone's being polite in fighting games...
You don't see a lot of genuinely...
Yes.
Especially in KOF. Especially the protagonists, because they're always like super rude.
Yeah.
Kyo's like cocky firehead guy. Kid Ash is edgy, mean, depressed guy, and then Ash is just full of himself. So. Oh
yeah. By the way, Pancake, if you're wondering, Suichi put it in the chat for me. It's spelled F-E-I. It's 3 words. It's 3 words, and each one has 3 letters. Feizhuliu. Feizhuliu. That's kind of what inspires like Shune's design, because when Shuichi first brought that up, I looked it up and I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, this, maybe I'm just, because I'm kind of bizarre or whatever. I'm no fashionista like, of course, this week's revealed character is. But I thought it looked cool. It's like, why wouldn't Shune look more like, this than like, it's just the color scheme though, but maybe they didn't want him to be edgelordy or whatever, especially seeing he's very polite. And like, additionally to what Syrin was saying, like everybody's like cocky and full of themselves or something or whatever, but you look in like the fighting games, look at anybody that kind of gives off, not anybody, but you know what I mean, most of everybody. Look at almost any character you see that gives off a very noblesse oblige, like a very classy, very polite and classy manneristic personality. Usually they're A, being sarcastic, or B, snobs. Looking at you, Karin Kanzuki. Lily Rochefort.
Yeah.
Emily de Rochefort. I know I said that wrong. Who else does
The
that?
only
Who else
really
does that? Even you talk.
polite
You want to talk about
characters.
KOF characters? Hein, freaking Hein is like. Did you see? Like, have you ever looked at like the win quotes for like all like the characters in KOF 15? I mean,
Yeah.
14. You saw like where
Yeah, I haven't seen Hines, but I've seen a couple. I think I've seen a few of Hines.
Oh, one of my friends, like, because it's funny you mentioned you had a friend that made Mason-kun. I had one that liked Mason-kun and he liked Hein. The reason he liked Hein was just merely because of the fact he just liked the win quotes. Because he played my other friend who loves Benny Maru because he's also a big JoJo's fan. He beat him with Hein, and Hein legit talks, he insults Benny Maru, talking about he looks like a freaking broom sprawled out like that. I'm like, you get it because his hair is tall. And like he's sprawled on the floor, he looks like a broom. Hein actually has some really good zingers for somebody who's supposed to be a butler. He's supposed to be very gentle, but then again, when you look at who he serves, I think I figured out why he might be kind of a prick.
Yeah.
He serves the geese. He serves the goose, not freaking.
Serves the goose, Howard,
The goose.
the one and only.
I'm pretty sure Geese would. I'm pretty sure Geese murders people for calling him that much. Oh look, it's the goose. I'm sorry, Mr. Geese. I'm sorry. Oh god! But before I forget, what'd you say, Syrin?
Oh, I was making a really stupid joke. I was a reference to Batman. It's like, you want to know how I got these scars or whatever.
It's a meme, Batman.
I'd say you got stepped on by a goose. You got scars. Ain't no goose.
Stung by a goose? Is that what you said?
I said stepped on.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
I've been stung by a goose.
Last thing Goose need any stingers, please. Goose doesn't need stingers.
Geese already look like really, really creepy. Like with them like little teeth in their mouth. Like
Oh,
like
God.
there was someone was in charge of making that goose. It doesn't like what were they thinking? Like don't they eat like tiny little like things in like the water? Like they don't eat like fish, do they? They eat like tiny like little crustacean things.
Not not this goose right here, because you sat there and said, aren't you supposed to be eating like fish and stuff like that? This goose looks at you, he's like, predictable. I'm a meat eater. Steak. This goose likes steak. I'm not doing a good geese impression. I can do one, but I'm not doing it. But before I forget there, as you all know, at the end of every Shattering, we try to predict who the next character trailer is going to involve, and one person amongst us got it right.
Sorry.
And it wasn't me. It wasn't Syrin. Did you guess last week? Did you guess last week, Pancake? Did you guess?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I told you I didn't. I don't really know too many of the characters.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that person this week, I don't know if he's been in Syrin's chat, but I'm just saying because this is where I see him. But in my chat, Jose Urbina. Please let me know if I said your last name right, because I try to get it right the best I can. Jose Urbina.
Urbina.
They guessed Shermie last Saturday. By the way, like I have to read this. I gotta sit down and find this, cause according they're talking like in the chat, in a new beginning manga, which I guess coincides with 14, I think it is, cause I've heard it being mentioned a couple of times. They said
I was
Shune.
gonna say actually we should check it out on one of these sometimes.
Oh, definitely.
Manga.
Oh, definitely. But they're saying Shune got whooped by Ryo Sakazaki in the manga. This man got it bad, man. But hey, if he's getting all this, because he constantly like jobs out to his best friend there, number one, number two, and then like he's getting it from Ryo Sakazaki. If he keeps on going, like he actually might be great then. I mean, you get good by getting a good beating and learning from it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Rio. What are you expecting? He's a veteran. He got them punches.
Punches? That's what you're expecting. Shunei, well, I forgot. I was about to say Shunei must have not got the script, but I forgot he lived in the mountain most of the time. So, and I'm pretty sure I don't even think Tung Fu Ru could compare. I don't think he could prepare somebody like freaking Shunei for somebody like Rio.
Yeah, Rio's got that like wild karate man style.
Wild Karate Man. I like that.
Karate Man.
Karate Man.
But it was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Don't ask how I know that. Speaking of Goose, there's going to be a death battle match of Heihachi Mishima versus Geese Howard coming out tomorrow. Will you do reaction to it? Would y'all want that? Do y'all want me really reacting to freaking death battle?
I mean, it is between the two a horrible dad of gaming.
Y'all really want me to react? I mean, the thing is like Death Battle's actually cool and everything. I tune in here and there. It's just certain matches where I know, because I get what they do in most aspects. They pick matches, as I think Syrin just mentioned there. It's based on a theme. Like, for instance, like, it'll have to something like both the characters have something in common, and I get that, because that way you at least show that you have some type of direction. However, in doing that, what sometimes happens is the fact that they will have matches that are so lopsided. Lopsided. Like, the one time I thought, because I actually got I had a double take one time when they did Ken Masters from Street Fighter versus Terry Bogard. And I'm thinking, okay, this is actually not that bad. I mean, both of them, you know, American blonde guys and everything and all that. This might actually be good. But then they start talking about the stuff that Terry Bogard did in the movie. I'm like, no. Ken is done for. Terry in the freaking film, the Terry in the movies was ridiculously like, he's strong, but like he was. Ken can't hold a candle to that. He couldn't hold a candle to like this. Like, no. Another dumb, at least another one for me that was really kind of silly was Shadow versus Vegeta. Why? Shadow the Hedgehog versus Vegeta. Why? That is lopsided.
Why not? That's the real question, Chris. Why don't you want to see Shadow take on Vegeta?
Because I know where it's going. I'm a fan of pro wrestling there. The one thing that you'll hear most snobs these days, albeit I don't consider myself one because those guys think they know all about the business. But nevertheless, in the fandom, one thing that most of them, and it's not always bad, but I rest my case. One thing that they claim to not like is they don't like stuff being predictable. Oh my God! Geese again! The goose! We're back on the goose! But no, really, they're talking about predictability. They don't like predictability. And I get that. You don't want to like be like, hey, I'm about to tune in and, use some of my life clock to watch this match, even though I know this person's going to win. I mean, it might be interesting, but I know he's going to win because he's just a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan times 500,000 and got freaking Kryptonian steroids, but I'm still going to watch it even though I know he's going to win because he's just going to... I just opened a can of... I just opened a can of worms with the freaking Goku versus Superman. Oh my God. I was still in college when that was the thing, and like I hang around a bunch of other geeks and nerds and all that.
You see the one that was
like I hang around a bunch of geeks and nerds and all that, and that was like they just could not stop talking about it. There's no way like Goku would lose Superman. I'm like, I don't see it. I can't see Goku beating him. I mean, I was cheering for Goku, but I'm like, when you listen to what they were listing when it came to Superman, Goku don't hold a candle to that. Goku's not a magician, no matter what Hercule says. You remember that time, like, when he was talking about he was a magician because he uses light tricks to fool people? Goku wishes he was a magician. But Jose, what's up? What's up, Pancake?
Oh, I said that everybody wishes they were a magician.
I don't know, man. Hope you don't be too much of a convincing one. They're gonna kidnap you and do tests on you, wondering where his magical powers come from. How in the world did he freaking go out into the middle of nowhere and drive in a helicopter with a gigantic sheet, and like he held it over the desert, and then he lifted the sheet up with the freaking helicopter and a town appeared? That's not humanly possible. The greatest magician can't make that happen. This person has to be an alien or something. You have to be one of those SCPs they talk about.
Oh my god.
I don't know what this is that Shuichi was referencing, but it made me laugh, saying, "You cannot escape from meat." You talking about the Mortal Kombat character, the freaking failed experiment that left freaking Shang Tsung's flesh pits? Oh god. Alright. Enough of this. Y'all are killing me. Broly vs. Hulk was good. I'll give him that. But Jose, as your prize for guessing, well, this past week's trailer, that is, Syrin, unfortunately, well, I'm not gonna, let me stop. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus like that. I was gonna tell you like you made this up, but I was like, I'm gonna give you the Genie Award then. The floor is yours. Once you send them to me, you get to ask us 3 questions about anything concerning KOF, fighting games. Just do not be completely nutball with it, please. Because if you do, I'm gonna take one of your wishes from you with the Genie Award, okay? 3 questions then, and the floor is yours. So, while we wait on Jose to torture us.
Oh boy.
I talked about Mary because of Blue Mary's Blues. What are the chances we're gonna see Blue Mary in KOF 15? How much?
I feel like it's a relatively, like, I don't know if we were put it to numbers. I feel like it's like a 75% chance. I feel like it's not super high, but I feel like it's not ridiculously low because she's popular, right?
6.5.
Like I said, that was the number 3 character when I think he was a community manager. He was somebody in like the KOF community. That was the 3rd popular character in KOF 14. I keep wanting 15 to be out already. This is what happens when you get the Shermie trailer. But no, she was the 3rd most popular character amongst the KOF 14 roster. So, and I mean, you can take that right there. They should know. The same way they know Shermie is popular. They should know people love Mary Blue, Mary Sue, Mary Blue, Blue Mary. Come on, y'all. I don't care. People like the little freaking anime snobs talking about some she did the ripoff of Android 18. It's like, I've never seen Android 18 like do any of the stuff that Mary does. Even with Dragon Ball Fighters, even with Android 18 in that game,
her forehead ain't even as high as like freaking Android 18's.
All right, is this one of your questions here, Jose? When do you think Ralph and Clark will be revealed? That'll be a good question for me because on my board there, I do have them with Leona to much people's chagrin, even though part of me is on the fence about them still being with Leona because I want to believe SNK when they're talking about shattering all expectations. I want to, but how likely is it going to be looking at what we got so far? I just don't know, like. And the messed up part about it is, from that last poll, the poll I keep mentioning, Whip and Hydern were more popular than Ralph and Clark. Now somebody, I think it was Hilux on my channel, had recommended, since these 2 teams get along, he recommended have Hydern and Whip go with Leona, and then Ralph and Clark. I might have that portion wrong, but I know this portion is right though. He wanted a team of 3 big guys with Ralph, Clark, and Maxima, since Team K-Dash and them get along. Yeah. I just wonder exactly, is Maxima actually really popular at all? I'm just wondering.
I play him a little bit. I think he's kind of fun, but it's not. I mean, I haven't seen a ton of people play him.
Chat. Let me know how you feel about Maxima. Because me, it's kind of a not one. It's not an entirely one way or the other type of thing with me. Like, he has some moves that are decent. I kind of like his whole the one move like where he pretty much drags you across and slams you into the wall. I find that good, but and it's interesting. He's Canadian too. He's Canadian.
That's interesting.
Canada's starting to get more characters in fighting games there.
Do they have any others?
In KOF, that's a good question. I know in Street Fighter, Abigail is Canadian. That big freaking monstrous thing. If you've seen Abigail, you've seen Abigail, right?
I don't think I have now.
You can look it up then. That
Also the picture.
That big tanky freaking behemoth. That big tanky behemoth. He is from Canada. Suichi in the chat says Brian from the sports team is Canadian. That true?
Oh yeah.
Let me see. I got a lot of sports team fans amongst me then, which they're cool. It's just I cannot get my head around Lucky Glauber's stuff. This is a guy summoning freaking basketballs at will from the skies. That is a sentence I never thought I'd ever hear myself say. I don't care if somebody has one of those.
Basketballs from the heavens.
He does. He does.
Oh my goodness.
He does. Oh, he must saw.
Wait. He's from Canada?
He must have saw Street Fighter V Abigail.
Yeah.
Yep, he's from Canada. And the funny thing about it was, it's interesting because you can't really see it because of how big he is. But apparently his hair, like if you look at it from like the little bit of hair he has, the little cut he has, if you were to look at him from like the top of like the top of his head, it apparently resembles
an image that you could see the top of his head at.
Yeah, it looks like the Canadian, like the maple leaf.
He looks so ridiculous.
Those are tires, jeez.
Oh my god, he has tires on his back of his pants.
And the funny thing is the fact those are he has something in like in Street Fighter V. He has a V skill where that's like an additional ability that a character has. You can pick, I think, out of 2 now. Then because I'm about to get back into Street Fighter V thanks to Rose and Akira Kazama coming in to the game, but the whole tire thing is actually one of his V skills. Like he actually will legit like clap his hands and like pretty much bring a tire out and it'll bounce around. And it's like it's rolling really slow and like Abigail can hit it can like launch in the air, he can kick it at you.
Double tired up on a Thursday afternoon, jeez. Look at him. Oh my goodness. His muscles have muscles and those muscles have muscles.
I at first thought that because when they revealed him in Evo, it wasn't really well received, and I wasn't really
Who
like.
makes his clothes?
I don't know. I mean, hey,
Bruce Banner.
Are you talking about Brian Battler, Suichi? If he's talking about Brian Battler, it's telling me he's from telling me he's American in the KOF or the SNK wiki. Yeah, so he's from the USA on the freaking the KOF wiki. Let me see something else. Is there somebody else on that team that's from Canada? Matter of fact, hold up. There's an easy fix for this. There's an easy one. Let me just look up Maximum. I'm gonna go to the Canadian character.
Isn't the whole team just called the American Sports?
Is it the American sports team? I always thought that's what I always thought it was. But hey, I mean, America and Canada, like, you know, there's no bad blood or whatever. It's friendly rivals. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Yeah.
Apparently there's 5 characters in the SNK verse that are Canadian. Somebody named General Morden from Metal Slug. That guy. General Morden. I've been hearing a lot of people wanting a Metal Slug team in KOF 15. Hey, like I said, if you want to shatter expectations, come on. Like, we appreciate you all bringing in, you know, the, my bad, I turned the music off. But I appreciate, you know, bringing back all the classics, the Yuri Sakazakis, the Rios, well, Rio's not been confirmed yet. But I think he's going to be inevitable.
Oh God, they turned Maxima into a girl?
Hey, anything is possible around here. Let's see, who else? Somebody named King Lion is also Canadian. Oh, he's from Savage Rain. Okay. He's from Savage Rain. He looks badass, though, King Lion. Who else? Let me see. Somebody named Leo Bradley. He's in.
I never have gotten where these KOF cards are from. What are they originally from? So there's always these like cards. I don't know what they're from. Like a KOF card game out there.
I wouldn't put it past it. Then again, there was a they had a crossover with the Capcom card game.
They?
Yeah. Because I had made a joke saying, like, the reason why I wanted, if they wanted a guest character team in KO15, one team I wanted was a Final Fight team with Maki, Cody, and Guy, because Cody and Guy have never gotten a chance to mix it up with KOF characters in a fighting game. They've done so in those little card battle games, but not in a fighting game. You know what I'm saying? So everybody want heavy D back. I'm all for it. I want something that I'm not expecting. Cause I think that's what Curlbomb in the chat said. Heavy D. Yeah, like I said, give me something like, they gotta reveal somebody that I'm not expecting. Somebody here. I want to ask you about this character, by the way, both of y'all. It was Curlbomb again. What do y'all think of Sylvie Paula Paula?
She is interesting.
Don't say freaking weirdo. Don't say freaking weirdo.
I don't know. I think she's a interesting pick, but I think also her outfit's kind of all over the place.
She reminds me of, okay, so you know how like a couple years ago they made that it was like the Lego movie. It was like a movie, right? And there was like this like cat character made out of Lego. She is like the realistic version of that cat. Like
Luna Kitty?
Yeah, that was his name. She looks like that, but like as a person.
Why'd you mention Neo Geo Battle Coliseum to me, Fabio? Just asking. Yeah, one of my close friends loves Sylvie. I mean, I actually don't think the design's all that bad, but then again, I'm somebody that likes the weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like, you know, the strange, bizarre characters. And
I don't know about the eyes on the front, but otherwise, I mean, I think it's a pretty good. I don't know. I like the outfit. Very colorful.
Fabio in the chat
says, like the eyes on the
cotton candy as a person.
Let me find the actual quote from Fighter's Generation, because that description of her is like, it's so mean. It's so mean, but it's so funny.
That there are eyeballs on her shoes.
I think they're her friends.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
Oh, all right, yeah. Oh, King Lion in that game. Yeah, you're right. He is in there. I just thought about that. Well, I should be thank you. I need to see if I can find another port of Neo Geo Battle Coliseum to play. I want to play that again. Where is it at? I want to find the direct quote from the Fighter's Generation site there, where he describes Sylvie. Like I said, the description's mean, but it's kind of funny too. By the way, shout out to the Fighter's Generation website. I love the character database and the timeline. It's helped me out with a lot of research that I've done about stuff with fighting games. So I appreciate Freak. I think his name is Freak Yagami, named after Iori Yagami, and crew. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so y'all ready to hear what he had to say about, or at least the TFG crew had to say about Sylvie Paula Paula?
Sure.
There's always that character that makes you say to yourself, This character was not made for me. In my case, Sylvie is that character. Sylvie hurts my eyes. Did we really need another pop idol besides Athena, SNK? Since Sylvie's design is based off of a Japanese idol, Kyori Pamiyu. Okay. Learn something new every day. Yeah, since Sylvie's design is based off of a Japanese pop idol, this design this design probably won't appeal to most Westerners. True, but I'm not talking from my perspective. I'm talking more from the sense that I remember back when I was on social media like that, I was on Twitter when Lucky Chloe was brought out for Tekken. And I'll never forget it. Like, so many people were so mad about freaking Lucky Chloe. They were so mad. It's like, why are they bringing this stupid kawaii pop idol crap into my Tekken? It's like, I mean, because if you look, I mean, it depends. Everybody's got a taste. But me personally, when I saw Lucky Chloe, I'm like, doesn't really appeal to me, but hey, there's 20 other characters in the game. I'll try them, okay? They were acting like Sylvie was made the new protagonist of, like, Tekken. Like, she's like the new face of Tekken. Like, forget the Kazamas and all that. Like, the freaking Mishima family's dead. It's Lucky Chloe that's the face of Tekken now. She's gonna save the day. That's what they made it seem like. I just was like, wow, man.
Yeah.
All over one little character, but whatever. Continuing, this design probably won't appeal to most Westerners. In terms of annoyance scale, I'd put Sylvie at about a 9.9 out of 10. Wow. And people need... It's so funny because he just said it. He has in parentheses. And people actually complained about Lucky Chloe, LOL. Continuing. Sylvie is one of the few KOF 14 characters that I really couldn't picture in 2D. That's an interesting perspective. Her design has way too much going on to be a 2D sprite. I tend to disagree because there are some 2D sprites that have a lot going on with them, but I guess maybe in the sense he's talking about the fact it won't be a good one. Continuing, it would never work or would take 2D artists 6 years to complete.
Don't know about that.
Continuing. In fairness, Sylvie's moveset, animations, and playstyle isn't as bad as I thought. Ironically, she might have some of the most entertaining animations in the KOF 14 / SNK heroine. She was in there. Her walking animations and mannerisms are pretty charismatic. Overall, she's trying way too hard as a design. Just when I thought I understood a little bit about Japanese pop culture, I realized that I'm still very much a Westerner. LOL. On one final note, Sylvie looks like Easter and Halloween had a dysfunctional baby. That is the line right there. That's the line right there. Oh my god,
that's her. Okay. So Syrin had just sent, like, 2 pictures of what a sprite maybe could look like, or maybe this is, like, actually official. Right. I'm looking at that. As you read that out, and I'm like, as you're talking about Easter, I'm like, hey, her dress kind of looks like an Easter. And then you said it, and I was like, oh my goodness. Oh. That, I think... it's like a dysfunctional combination between Easter and Halloween. I think that is probably wow.
Oh man, that was the one line that killed me though. That right there had me rolling when I was like, poor Sylvie.
Wow.
And but he's right. I mean, her moveset was actually like really good. There was something kind of just interesting in a good way about, because they're based, like, she had like remember the one super she had where she shot like the beam of lightning across the screen, but if she missed it she would stamp her foot like, oh my god, I freaking missed it, I freaking missed the shot. Oh my god. Her level 3, because Fabio said change to level 3. I actually, well, you know what, in terms of what it looked like, I thought it was cool. They made it look better when they did the graphic update on KOF 14. But if you're talking about in terms of utility, yeah, maybe she could use something a little different. Because a big ball of stalling shock energy. I'm sounding like such a freaking idiot now. I was about to say shock energy. Electricity. a whole ball of lingering electricity I don't think is like the best tool, really. I mean, and it bounces off the ground.
Electricity.
A big ball of electricity. Wasn't there some move in Pokemon called Thunderball or something like that?
Yeah, there's the Thunderbolt is what you're thinking
Oh,
about. That's
Thunderbolt. My bad. Yeah. Not Thunderball, but Thunderbolt. I don't know what Thunderball is. Must be. I feel like Thunderball sound like a freaking made-up version of some futuristic space mess. Like in one of these futuristic comics cartoons. Hey, the Thunderball tournaments. Oh my god. But Sylvie's on. Okay, there's a lot of opinions about Sylvie here, so she clearly gets attention.
Thunderdome?
I know what the Thunderdome is. I know what the Thunderdome is because that's where WWE's been doing all their shows recently, as far as like post-pandemic, you know.
Yeah.
Sylvie's only redeemable factor to me is her ending in SNK Heroines. It was disturbing and absolutely tragically sad. True, very true. I kind of hope Sylvie changes outfits with each game. I'm reading chat, by the way, if y'all are wondering. I was... Okay, just making sure. I'm like not sounding like freaking. I'm gonna do a Xanadu impression later. Like I think with Syrin, I think it's like a house rule. I can't go through one Shattering episode without doing a Xanadu impression about how what he says makes no sense. I was about to legit have a segment on here called Who Talks Like That and just feature a freaking quote from Xanadu, but there's somebody I watch on a YouTube channel called What Culture, shout outs to What Culture. He has a segment called Nobody Talks Like That, basically when they script wrestlers to say crap that no human being would ever say. But anyways, going back to the chat, because there's a lot of it. Like I said, Sylvie has a lot of opinions on it. Let's see. Curl Bomb said, I hope Sylvie changes outfits with each game. She's an underground fighter and KOF is WrestleMania. I'm laughing at that because he said underground fighter and KOF is WrestleMania. I'm thinking about when they had that Raw Underground stuff. And no, it's just, if you want to know what Raw Underground is, both of you, it's just basically they tried to make wrestlers edgy by putting them in an environment where they quote unquote fought for real. Just making sure, because I know Raw Underground, especially after we were talking about Shermie, might be a little risque. Anyway. Suichi says, but Athena and Sylvie are a different style of idols. Athena is a classic idol type, the one that is popular amongst normal people, the safe idol. Sylvie appeals to the younger outsiders, the Harajuku. Can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. One thing that I think no one can say, really, is that you can't say that Sylvie's not bursting with personality because she has a hell of a personality, despite being a Nest project.
Yeah.
And Suichi said exactly what was on my mind earlier. I think I might have said it earlier, but I'm not sure, but I'm going to say it. But to be fair, not every character needs to appeal to Western audience. It's kind of cool the cast to have big expectations, my bad, and have a character appeal even to really small niche of people. Basically saying, like, exactly, like, there's different... That's something that I wish the fighting game community would kind of understand on a much more wider note. There are many different types of people playing these games. Yeah, people like me that love the lore, the characters, designs, but I also play competitive too. Yeah, people that are casual. They just, play just to play. It's a laid-back experience. Then you have some people that might just like the way the characters look. And of course, you have people from different backgrounds and all this other stuff. It's like, come on. I just found the whole reaction to Lucky Chloe, like, just so silly. Like, anytime I see a character trailer, like, when they're revealing new characters for a game or whatever, you know what I do if I see something that doesn't interest me? I'm like, well, since now I guess I'm kind of obliged to make reactions to all the KOF 15 character trailers or whatnot, once I finish with that, I'm done. I am not going to go at freaking SNK, tell them, delete this character. And believe me, it happened. That happened with Lucky Chloe. People were legit tweeting at Harada, asking him to delete that character from the roster, from the game. I kid you both not, it's real.
Wow.
I kid you not. I don't know why I can read this, but I feel like Syrin's ready to laugh at some very, 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 very silly KOF 13 stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I'm gonna go into the Discord there, and Syrin is going to screen share. We're gonna watch all of KOF 13's intro dialogues, and we're just gonna react to them and just talk mess. Just have some fun. That sound cool? That sound cool.
Yeah.
All right, set it up, my friend.
All right.
Sorry.
Gotta fix my aspect ratio here for Chrome at least.
What accent you talking about, Kuromon? You mean like this right here? Like, oh, I can't stand them idol characters. Doggone J-pop idols, that kawaii stuff.
Doggone J-pop idols or J-pop stuff.
I'll never forget when people were apparently upset about, what was it? My friend that freaking is into, like, J-Rock would kill me because I've drawn a blank on their name. Oh my goodness. It was the three girls, like, they were J-pop idols, but they were doing metal music. Baby Metal. Baby Metal. Baby Metal. Baby Metal. That was them. I'll never forget that too, because like it was like, oh my goodness, this Baby Metal crap. And like at the time I hadn't even really heard of Baby Metal. So I'm like, you know how stuff is, like when you get a whole lot of attention to something, you go in there and you look at it. So I'm listening to Baby Metal and I'm like, this is actually not bad. It's kind of weird, but I like it. Like I never thought you could mix freaking, you know, the mannerisms and the, you know, styles and stuff of a J-pop idol and make it metal too. It's like, sheesh. That's part of the like Baby Metal is part of the reason why I actually think Poppy is cool. Yes, I'm talking about that Poppy, like the YouTube, the singer, whatever.
All right, I've got it up, everybody.
Alrighty then. As much as I don't want to leave this, as much as I don't want to see the element because oh, stop. The mess that he did with the Pancake's freaking avatar, the mess keeps getting to me. That's probably why that's why I've been cracking up a little bit randomly here and there. All right.
Just standing there
menacingly in
him pulled text.
No. Hold on.
All right.
Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So now we're gonna switch over. Gonna switch over and
but it's to,
hold on.
This guy down here.
That tasty treat. I'm over here singing Poppy now. Look what you. I do kind of wonder if Sylvie does make a comeback. I wonder who she's gonna be on a team with, because like, I do wonder about that. Cause like I said, one of my friends actually thought there might be an ex-Nest team with like I think her, Angel, and I think Kula. But if I remember correctly, I do not think Kula and Angel get along. So unless they're gonna go with the odd couple team with that, I don't see it happening. You know, Fabio, I wonder if Raiden is coming back because I saw that picture that artist did of Raiden. I keep wondering if he's going to come back. I need to think of like a freaking wrestling team from my freaking prediction board. Okay.
I think we've talked about this one before.
To my Raiden?
Wrestling team? Couldn't it be like that Raiden, Tizak, and like Red Dragon?
If they want to shatter expectations, they should go with that.
Yeah.
If they want to shatter expectations, they should go with that. Because when the last time we seen Red Dragon, like actually like playable in a game?
Since real, what was it, Real Count Out?
That's shattering expectations right there. Like, just, hey, I like the direction that KOF 15 is going in, but come on, man, live up to the slogan. All right, let's get into some freaking KOF 13 nonsense, and maybe next week we'll do the 14. Well, hold on.
All right.
Oh, this is only 12 minutes?
No, this is a playlist, so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
don't even know if we're going to get through all of them because there's like probably like 2 hours worth in here. But all right,
Oh, 2 hours.
let's maybe 4 hours. I don't know. But let's see.
That does it in worse right there. Kurobomb says Sylvie hates Kula and Angel because Sylvie never got her powers until after Nest disbanded. Out the door with that. Let's go.
Okay. All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Everybody? All right. Okay. We'll read the dialogue here.
I mean, we don't. I mean, well, it's cool. It's whatever. I'm just already laughing.
All right. Do we all take turns reading, or what should we do?
Yeah. That actually sounds nice.
All right.
What order do we want to go in?
People are gonna freaking sub off of here so hard because I'm gonna like it. No, I'm just saying like some of my impressions might not be good, but let's go. I'm already laughing because he called him an Ash Crimson look-alike.
Right. How about you go first, Chris?
Who am I doing then?
We do both, and then we just switch off each.
Oh
like,
Lord! All right.
I think.
Let me get my water ready. I'm gonna be.
I think we should do one person does the top and then another person does the bottom, and then the one who did the top will switch out with the person who didn't do it.
Fine by me. Like to say, if we're gonna do both, like prepare for like some freaking. I can do some voice twisting, but let's go. I'm holding this up. Let's go.
All right.
So I guess I'm doing this
Kyo?
one. So I guess I'm doing it. So I'm doing Kyo.
Yeah, he'll do Kyo, I guess.
All right.
And I guess I'll do Psyche.
Okay.
All right.
Let me know when to go.
Go.
Wow, an Ash Crimson look-alike, huh? Are you about as much of a cocky little bastard as he is? Do.
Oh, it gives us time. You're a wrong maggot. Okay, hold on. It's a little too monotone for Psyche. You're wrong, maggot.
You sound
Nah.
like...
It's not I who looks like Ash Crimson. It looks like me. Not that I would expect you to understand.
Just let it play. Just let it play.
Okay. Ha ha ha.
Everything mankind has ever made, nothing but an illusion.
What are you talking about? How can you say something like that when too fast?
You could have paused it there. I mean, that was a hell of a paragraph.
Just
Talking about how can you say something like that when such a fine specimen of the human species stands right in front of you? I'm not sure what Betty Maru sounds like. Marvel at my beauty and strength. It's not all an illusion, baby. It's real.
Nice. How wrong you are. Your beauty and strength will soon vanish into absolute oblivion.
That's you, Syrin.
Yeah.
I cannot lose to anyone as evil as you. That is the way of judo I have chosen.
Me?
Who
It's on me?
I think so. Actually, no, because I haven't done Psyche.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like you're being humble, but you really just blow. Oh yeah,
well, you know what? You know what? I'll handle Psyche from here on. Then, so I guess all this is all Psyche, and then I guess you two can trade on whoever else is there. How about that?
All right.
All right, sounds better.
You sound like you're being humble, but you're really just bluffing, aren't you?
Okay.
You don't seriously think you can defeat me, do you? That's not going to happen in a million years.
Look, I don't care who or what you are. All that matters is that you're in my way, so I'm gonna kick you into orbit.
You do not seem to understand who is standing in whose way. Soon you will find out this is the unluckiest day in your life.
Unlucky? The way I see it, I'm grateful to get a fight. Someone strong for a change. Come on, let's do this.
I hear you're Sorry. I hear you possess some kind of strange power. But I, Joe Higashi, summoner of storms. Oh, I am, sorry. I'll blow you and your useless little flames out in the blink of an eye. I shouldn't have paused.
I used to think of ignorance as a sin, but it can actually be kind of cute once it's been honed. The idiot can be honed to perfection by someone like you. How about you just keep it at normal speed,
Okay.
but like wait for one of us to complete it, then you hit like play again, like stop start. How about that?
We'll just go with that.
The idiocy of mankind never ceases to amaze me. Do they call you the legendary moron or something?
Legendary more.
You up, Pancake?
I can feel your malice just by looking at you. You aren't Ash Crimson, are you?
Let's talk about Ash Crimson. Indeed, I am not. But before long, you will probably be wishing I was. For greatly I exceed Ash in power, and I am utterly ruthless, especially when it comes to humans. Legendary hungry moron. You funny, Shuichi.
Very well. I shall use my Shinaru style. Oh, I will use my Shiranui style to put an end to your evil plans. Let's go.
For my wife's honor. You're obviously some spoiled rich kid who started dabbling in karate because he was bored. How could you possibly defeat me?
You think I'm doing this because I'm bored? Couldn't be more wrong. I've got a really strict teacher and a serious rival.
He's right, you know. He is right, you know.
Skyport. Don't think I'm taking the
Kyokugen?
Kyokugen style lightly.
Like say, like just say,
mess that up somehow.
like just say Kyo's name, but then put Kugen at the end of it. Kyokugen.
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 Kyokugen. Gotcha.
Kyokugen. Hey, he's chatted up. Sheesh, Robert.
If you think the Kyokugen is something to laugh at, you'll soon find out just how wrong you are. The hard way.
Some lines never go out of fashion. The hard way. You could spend your whole life practicing karate and it would never be enough. Let me provide you with proof. So you say you'll never step down no matter what you're facing. It's not courage. It's just plain stupid. Rio don't like being called stupid.
I'm a simple man, I'll admit, but it's helped me reach incredible heights so far. I'll never give up. I'm gonna aim for the top and nothing's gonna get in my way.
And that's why you're going to end up stranded halfway to the top. Nothing but destruction awaits those who fail to learn their place. Oh, so you are the leader of the Kyokugen school. And what's so special about you? if I may ask? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. You don't stand a chance against me. Besides, humans are destined to expire. I'm playing around with his voice, honestly. I'm trying to think of like how he sounds like in the little Japanese sub.
You're so conceited. It's almost funny. I shall strike you down for your arrogance.
Quaking over there. Looks like you're in a lot of trouble just because of your ancestors' carelessness 660 years ago. Sheesh, why not? Would you like me to put you out of your misery? I'd be happy to oblige. I thought he was gonna say something else.
I think enough hot airs come out of my mouth today. You're
Yup.
very. You're very.
Try again. It's cool. It's cool.
Just stops talking right there.
Sorry, I need to compose myself. I think enough hot airs come out of your mouth today. Your very existence is getting on my nerve. Jeez, he's so edgy.
Edgelord City. The Ultimo Edgelord.
That was it. Oh my! Look at what you've become! Are you that desperate to escape the F you're destined for?
You remind me of Will Bits, man. That's what Will Bits sometimes do. He just BS's. We were never meant to expire. It is mankind's destiny to be wiped from the face of the planet. I forgot all of them are kind of in league with one another, so there would be this type of banter. Besides, aren't we after the same thing here? Isn't the Orochi clan trying to wipe out mankind as well?
Not exclusively to Orochi. Our law is as much as an eyesore as the humans.
I had to mute my mic. I didn't want to freaking scare anybody off. Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
And now?
Can you say "and now" like that again?
And now?
Oh my goodness.
Oops.
Okay, continue.
All right. Don't know what that was. And now it's. Give me a second. There you go. And use just a sip of water. Oh man.
Syrin about to get all the freaking mature fans just freaking raging at us after this.
I'm sorry, but it's just the way it's gonna be.
Cora Bob says you have mature sounding like Mickey Mouse. That's gonna be the freaking. That's gonna be the guest character team in KOF 15 right there. That's gonna be the guest character.
Kingdom Hearts.
Exactly. Team Kingdom Hearts. Oh, stop. Jose, please don't freaking clip this and tweet it to freaking SNK because he's talking about I should be the English dub VA for Psyche and KOF 15. Please don't send this to SNK. Nah, that's cool.
You have a really good impression of Mickey Mouse. Let's hear your impression of Mickey Mouse Pancake.
For next week's Shattering podcast, can we talk about what if the KOF series actually had good English voice acting? Absolutely. We all know the comical wasteland that was Maximum Impact. But anyways, continuing.
Pancake, let's hear your impression of Mickey Mouse real quick.
Okay. Should I do one of the voice lines?
No. Just say something funny.
I'm so unoriginal. I'm just gonna do the voice line.
Okay.
And now it's time.
Mike's cutting out quite a bit.
Yeah, it is. My bad. My microphone isn't picking it up that well.
Okay, I'll just.
I think he probably just. I think he might have set it to where when it's too loud, then it'll like freaking not make any noise. That's probably that.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Which is good.
And now. Okay. And now it's time for you to go
Oh my
to the
god.
darkness where you belong.
My
That's
god.
what you get for getting goofy with my wife, Donald.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's hear it now.
Keep going.
You, me, and these weirdly comically large gloves, Donald.
All right. Keep. I'm about to freaking die over here. Keep going. Oh my god. Who's next? Is it Vice?
It's Ty.
Obviously.
You're up.
I'm gonna do this in a Carl Weezer voice.
Oh no.
Oh, don't do it.
I am.
Okay.
You were destined to expire. Why do you continue to struggle?
That's actually pretty freaking good. So weird. So weird, man, but it's so good.
Right.
You are supposed to join the.
God, you're dense, aren't you? I have the power to change history. I shall rewind time and rewrite it to my choosing. We will prosper, and the Orochi will be destined to die.
Now who's being dense? Don't you understand that I'm here to prevent you from doing exactly that?
I'm just imagining Vice's lines whenever she attacks you, just in a Carl Weezer
Psyche.
voice.
Yourself, Jimmy. You can't
Psyche
kill
over,
the Orochi.
Psyche over here getting punked out by Carl Weezer of all people. I'm done. I'm done.
Honestly.
Kurobomb, come. Kurobomb's really killing me in the chat over here.
What seems to be the matter, Betty? You look like you've seen a ghost. You like my impression of that maggot?
Don't BS this. You're doing Elizabeth. Don't BS this. I'll kill you.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Okay. If you want to tap out, I'll do it.
Oh no, I got this. Okay,
I'm sure. If this isn't peak Elizabeth, me and Chris are going to be extremely disappointed.
Stand aside, foul creature. Looking at you makes me want to explode in rage.
Man. Find me a freaking Wajai plush so I can step on it right in front of your face.
Honestly, would make the same sound as most of his normals.
Nice one. Touche. What is Mr. Clapback gonna say?
Oh, I like that look on your face. Rejoice now, worm, for I shall turn that expression into one of true despair.
I avoided KOF 12 like the freaking plague. I did not know it had a dub. Was it worse than MI?
I didn't know I had a dub either until like recent. I didn't realize it until I saw like
Kurobomb was KOF.
I'm like, wait.
Kurobomb, was KOF 12's dub worse than MI's? The $1 million question.
I don't know. Maximum Impact was pretty bad.
Ooh, shoot. This shouldn't be too hard. Duolan's very polite.
Yeah. All right.
Let me ask you why you're still conscious. Do you know whereabouts the man named Ron? Of a man named Ron?
Hmm.
Do you know the whereabouts of a man named Deez?
No, I'm not falling for that. No.
Should you really be concerned with that right now? In a few moments, you'll be nothing but a pile of ashes.
Now you done made him mad.
Oh.
You done made him mad with that much. You tried to catch Psycho with that crap. Now you about to turn me to ashes now.
If you do not attend to talk, then so it be. So be it. So be it. I shall see it. I shall see to it that you never open your mouth again.
Well then, duo. Uh-oh. That means Shen's next, isn't he?
Your very existence is an affront to my dear friend.
Yash.
Yes.
Yash.
Right.
Yash Queen.
Hey, fake Ash. You sure you want to be fighting in that outfit?
That was almost like a double entendre right there. Hey, fake ass. Keep on going. I'm ready now. I'm ready. Oh my god.
Wait, did you change what he say? I wasn't paying attention. I looked over at the
He
other
had two straight lines.
White clothes. Be black with your foul blood. In a couple of moments, I keep pausing for effect for some reason. I don't know why.
And how would he respond? Don't worry about me, you piece of trash. You'll be a pile of ashes in the blink of an eye.
Uh-oh. It's the Boy Scout.
He's the Boy Scout.
Wait, he's a Boy Scout?
No, I was just saying that because, like, he's a goody two-shoes.
Oh.
Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Justice himself.
Mr. Justice, yeah.
Alright, I got this. Ooh, I never would have thought about anything that is... What? I never would have thought about that.
Man, they are gonna like talk about, and they're gonna liken you to a maximum impact double. I think one of them already said it. Yeah, they're talking about the max. They're like, Sauce and Pancake sounds like a maximum impact dub. Maximum impact dub is infamously bad.
Yeah.
But I can name one worse than that. Try to play in the freaking. Here's a good one. Y'all try finding like that one time where that game, Battle Arena Toshinden. Find when that had a dub. That was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad. Because the main character in Toshinden was like actually really cool, despite the fact he's totally a Ryu clone. But boy, that voice of his was awful. Like you expect a hero something like this. Kyan, what are you doing here?
Was it like just some African dude? What?
No, he looks like he's Ryu, but he's basically Ryu, but like it's a sword because Toshinden's a weapon fighter. If you want to look him up, his name is Eiji Shinjo. It's E-I-J-I and Shinjo, S-H-I-N-J-O. Like I said, the character looks cool, he plays cool, but that time, like that one game they had where they had like the intro dialogues and like Battle Arena Toshinden had a dub, that was awful. That was horrible.
Alright, I got this. What? I never would have thought of anything as purely as evil as you could exist.
You haven't even been around for 30 years, but you already think you've seen it all. The arrogance of you humans never fails to amaze me. Remember my face, boy, for it belongs to the one who will destroy your pitiful sense of justice.
We had to get the snob first.
We had to get.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Just somehow lining up perfectly.
Uh-oh.
My hands.
Uh-oh. It's Wajai time.
Ah, there's that skinny little brat again.
Oh, dude. You don't have to talk to me like that, jeez.
I don't think Psyche gives a crap. Look at him. He over like looking at his nails.
You trying to piss me off?
Shuichi in the chat telling us like, boy, I'm a father of two. He is. Kim, that is.
Are you mistaking me for somebody else? I've got an idea who it might be.
I think it's hilarious how they all mistake him for Ash.
Well, the two of them were very much bound in this game.
Yeah.
But I'll bet you.
Whatever, man. I'm just trying to go.
I like
Whatever,
this stupid psychic kick. This stupid psychic kick. Is that
What to do? The
Like-
stupid psychic guy keeps insulting me.
like
And I just
King?
want to eat the stupid
Wait. Like King, this stupid Ash lookalike is trying to fight me, and all I wanted to do was get a Scooby snack.
Oh
That's
my god.
That's what your law impression sounds like.
Oh my god.
I'm just ahead. Okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
Whatever, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and kick your face in with my dragon kick.
Dragon
Just to
kick.
be sure.
He even named the move. Like, he even told you what he's gonna hit you with. Wow.
It's customary
Oh, I
to use.
remember this one.
It's customary to use lambs and goats for sacrifices. But I guess I'll have to make do with a pig this time.
I messed it up so badly. I messed it
It
up so
doesn't
bad.
matter.
I messed that
No,
up so
Chris,
bad.
it doesn't even matter.
That was so
Right, he got roasted so hard. Jesus Christ. He
That's what I was-
is a pig. He just got roasted, like Hawaii style. He got put in the ground with a bunch of leaves and got set on fire. He is crispy right now.
That's the reason, like, why I just wished I hadn't fumbled it then. Because, like, if there's any lines you want to, like, really hit, then you want to get your insults right. But it's cool.
I remember seeing this one when I played Raiden through arcade mode. I'm like, whoa. It's kind of uncalled for.
It is
Yeah.
very uncalled for.
I think the reason, Jose in the chat, Ash wears red, Psyche wears white. How brain dead are these KOF casts really are? Oh, that's right, video game logic. I'll put it like this there. They might be looking at Psyche as if he's like a ripoff or like a knockoff. Because you know how like knockoffs and ripoffs, well, I know those two aren't equivalent because knockoffs are not, you know what the intention is, but it's not
Like a
exactly,
reskin.
you know, I think maybe they see him like because they look alike, but the thing is he only just changed the color of his outfit. So it's like, I mean, you might have changed the color of the outfit, but we know who you're trying to be. We know who you're trying to be. I mean, you don't have your hair in your little ponytail or whatever then, but we know who you're trying to be. We know you're trying to be the other pretty boy there.
The other pretty boy.
But I
I
mean,
feel like,
that
like from a logical standpoint, people are going to have a change of clothes. So,
yeah.
I mean, you might. Although Psyche does have long hair and Ash has 1950s housewife hair.
Yeah.
But I will put it like this: they are dense because the danger levels of the both of them are certainly not the same. One of them is just
Yeah.
like one of them's
considerably more dangerous than the other.
one of them is a cheeky scamp. The other one is hell bent on destruction, despite the fact he's always checking his nails. Look at me roasting
You're
Psyche.
right.
I'm about to get turned into some freaking Ash. Wordplay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
The only thing he wants to do is turn himself into Ash.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Okay, you're still up. You're right in this time.
Oh.
Kind of.
Rod.
Oh, you're provoking people. I'll give you that. But you're also shortened your own life expectancy.
I mean, that's relatively close to what he would sound like because he's Australian.
Oh, I say, yeah, he's Australian, I think, but okay.
I don't know. I just thought about big chunky Scotsman.
Right?
What are you doing in my swamp now? I'll crush every single bone in your body and then iron the remains with my butt.
What?
No.
What?
I said that correctly.
No, that wasn't directed at you. I was just like, it was more like, really, Raiden? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know the remains of my
I mean, it's
butt.
like, I'll give you this right
Talking
here.
about the same guy who literally coughs in your face.
Well, I mean, like, that's an actual, like, the mist and stuff, like, you're talking about the green mist, right?
Yeah, poison breath.
That's an actual, like, thing in wrestling. Like, that's an actual thing. Like, with poison mist and all of that. Despite the fact I actually learned that it really didn't originate, like, in Japan, though. But the reason why it's linked to, like, Japanese wrestlers is because it was the first person that really did, like, the mist was a Japanese wrestler. But anyways, it's like, that's actually something else. My thing was, I'll give
Was
you...
it just like smelly breath? What was it?
What'd you say?
What was it? Like, what was it supposed to be? Like, smelling breath? You're talking about in real life, right?
Okay.
Or are you talking about...
Oh, so, here we go. Wrestling education. So, I know for a fact, and I'm going to get a cheat sheet just to make sure I get it right because I want to give you guys the right info, but you would also, when it comes to mist, like in wrestling or whatever, all of them tend to have, there's a context behind it. The different color mists are all basically... They apply, I'm going to use video game terms here, a certain type of crowd control on you. Y'all know what crowd control is, right? Or maybe like, you know, you're in Pokemon status effects or whatnot. Because the poison mist, the green mist is usually meant to blind you. The red mist usually is meant to burn you. I think blue mist puts you to sleep. And I know there's black mist as well, but I'm trying to, I forgot what it was though. I'm trying to get it. Because I know, like, Raiden uses, like, because he even, like, does fire breathing, too, because that was a super, I think. He used fire as well. But the regular one was the poison. Poison mist color code wrestling. Okay, Asian mist, fine. Okay, here we go. These are the mist properties, although they've been mentioned already, but here's a brief reminder. The green mist is commonly used to obstruct opponent's vision, blindness, like I said. Red, quite often used, but is said to burn the eyes. Okay, says it. Black is said to blind the opponent for several weeks. So basically, they'll use that as an excuse to take you off the show for a while if you get hit with black mist. Blue mist, as I said, it puts you to sleep. Yellow paralyzes you. And purple causes momentary distraction and memory loss. So, there you have it. There's your wrestling trivia for the day if you didn't already know. Thank you, Shermie. I knew that stuff would come in handy sometime soon. But my thing was, when it came to what Raiden said, I'll crush every single bone in your body. But that second thing, I don't know about that.
Oh, sussy. Oh, sussy.
Not even so much sussy, but the fact, would that even, unless, or like maybe is he threatening to sit on him, I guess? Okay, I mean, 400-pound guy sitting on you would, I mean, that would hurt, but the wording, that doesn't sound threatening. I'm gonna iron the remains with my butt. Like, what the hell?
Using butt and, like, an aggressive term completely removes the real, like, aggressiveness in it.
It's like it went from sounding aggressive to like comical. I'll crush every single bone in your body. Ah! Then I'll iron the remains with my butt. Ah! I'm not gonna say it. Okay, my turn. Oh dang! No dang, Psyche. Sheesh. Oink all you want. It's only natural for a sacrifice to squeal on the altar. God damn, he's killing with this pig mess. Jesus, Psyche. Oh no, don't be mean to Yuri, please. Another one of those noisy little brats. Can't you just wait quietly for your death to claim you? What you got, Yuri? What you gonna say? Come on, hit him with something hard.
Ain't gonna happen. My liveliness is My trademark.
I swear, people like that love these characters. Y'all are gonna have them in my chat getting on my case about why you love to do this mess. Making my freaking character sound like she freaking got a coconut inside her head for a brain.
A coconut brain? No. Their entire head is a coconut. Their brain is the water inside.
Dang, that man. The milk. The milk.
Yeah.
That's a pretty damn annoying thing to have as a trademark. All right. Looks like I'm going to have to put an end to this nonsense myself.
I can't believe y'all in the chat actually like me doing Psyche. I thought even though...
You do it better than me and Syrin. That's what
Oh, Lord.
like, Syrin.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Here comes my...
Whoa, this is perfect.
Uh-oh.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Stars are aligning.
Oh, another one. And this ash all white. So, would you care to explain what's going on?
Y'all need to...
The constant Psyche slander, jeez.
And then Mai acknowledges why it might not be that bizarre to see somebody.
They say everyone has a twin somewhere in the world, but I'm starting to lose count of you guys. What's up with you people anyway?
Oh, Lord. What do you got? What does he have? What does he have?
I could explain, but your goldfish brain would fail to comprehend. I think I'll just kill you instead. That way, you won't have to worry about such trivial matters.
Oh, no, not
My
King.
headset's kinda
Oh,
bugging.
no, not King. Please, man. Not King. Come on.
I keep getting the
Come on,
girly
Psyche.
girls.
Come on,
Not the
Psyche.
girly girls. I just keep getting the chick. I keep getting the chicks, and I'm like the person with like probably one of the most deep voices here. Okay. Oh wait, Google. Not Google. You're not Google. Stupid Microsoft. Man, I can't. That's not right. And I can't rest, can I? Are you some kind of Ash impersonator? Something?
I should have tallied up every time they mentioned he looks like Ash. I should have just started a tally every time they mentioned freaking Ash.
My semblance to him is proving to be a bit of a problem, yes. It seems I'm never taken seriously by those who see me. But I'm sure you will come to regret your insolence once you find out my actual identity.
Game theory. Psyche is King's father. No, I'm just kidding.
Who was the lucky lady that Psyche got with?
I mean, that's the real question. I mean, if Ash is a descendant, what?
Your poor old Maxima.
I just imagine that would just sound like that was grab sound effect. Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Poor old Maxima. Poor old Maxima.
right? I kick you up.
Back egg.
Hello? Oh. Go.
Do we lose him?
We'll give it a second here.
Well, time for some vocal exercises. So put it in play, and I'll just roll with it from here on out.
Okay. So your combat strength varies depending on your form, eh? That's like one of those animes I keep hearing about.
I like hearing characters acknowledge like stuff like that.
There might be some changes, but they're nothing major. I'm more than capable of turning you to scrap, no matter which form I take.
I'm afraid I can't let that happen. I'm told if I'm destroyed, I'll release large quantities of toxic waste into the environment.
Wow. Very thoughtful, that man Maxima. Very thoughtful.
With all the ecological problems this world has been having lately, I can't afford to lose. Okay, we lost him. I'm assuming his computer crashed or his internet cut out or something. But
How is it that you, born as the tool of some self-proclaimed god, are still allowed to walk the face of the earth? Yeah, Maximus Canadian. Time to die. No time to be taken apart. That is the fate of all discarded fools.
talk too much. Maybe melting your face off will shut you up.
K-Dash sounded like he should have been in a Mortal Kombat game wanting to melt people's faces off.
I don't like this flame guy. This guy's flames.
About to say you hang out with another flame guy. What you talking about? Another fire guy. Then why did you bother coming here? Were you not aware of the consequences? Surely you're aware that your very presence here denies you the right to complain about being beaten and burned to death. Okay, at this point right here, we're past the 2-hour mark, so much fun as I've had with this, we're gonna have to close it up here.
All right.
But absolutely, if y'all seem to enjoy it, so I'm all for continue, like those in the chat and and you and Pancake there. But yeah, I'm down for actually continuing this next week, like once we cover all the other stuff we can. So this was fun. This is actually really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this edition of the Shattering. Of course, we will catch you all next time. Same. Hold up, wait a minute. There he is. There he is. And then he's gone.
Okay.
Oh shoot! Shout outs to Pancake, yo. Shout outs to Pancake. You got him back? Got him back? Hold up. I want to at least get him back so we can actually like get a outro going, because really enjoyed having him here.
There. This headset and mic aren't picking up anything. I'm the incarnation. Oh, okay. He's troubleshooting right now.
I actually really like him, by the way, Curl Bomb. And I actually thought about that when I did the last little bit there. I think I do sound like Beelzebub from Grand Blue Versus.
All right, we'll give him a second, and we'll probably do the like normal thing we do at the end.
Oh yeah, dang it. I shouldn't have pieced y'all out then, because we didn't get a chance to play, of course. Yes! What character is next?
We'll wait for Pancake here.
While we're waiting on Pancake, let me ramble on and give you my predictions, because this is going to be an interesting one. Because notice at this point, we are now at something of a crossroads when it comes to the next character. All right? We've recently got 3 members of the Women Fighters team with no Women Fighters team confirmation.
we now have, of course, 2 members of the new faces now. Like, looking at everybody who's not on the team yet. Let's see. Let's go down the list of everybody who is not on the team officially at this point. Mai, King, and Yuri Sakazaki, they're not on the team. K-Dash, we saw him in the beginning. He's not on the team yet. Leona. And even though it's pretty much in the stars there, Shermie and Yashiro. Have I missed out on anybody?
Yeah.
Because I agree with Curlbomb in the chat there. They have got to complete a team by now because it's been a minute and we got all these characters here just hanging out in the open and there has been no team confirmation yet. Even with the one that everybody thought was going to get confirmed, it didn't happen. I actually think that of the 3, the magical 3, the OG 3, the grand trio of the women fighters, 2 of them are going to be on the women fighters team. 2 of them at the very least. If they wanted to shatter expectations, they would have them all 3 on different teams, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Okay, so he's troubleshooting, but so that makes me kind of wonder, though. Will the next character possibly confirm the women fighters team? Or are we about to get not me, but Chris early?
There's also the third option of it. They're just going to show off one of the characters from the other trailer. Or just someone else.
I'm gonna take a wild guess right here and say that the next character trailer is going to be for another character that we saw earlier, but we have not seen like a character trailer for. No gameplay for.
Right.
Leona is going to be the next trailer. That is my prediction.
Right.
Locked in, no ifs, ands, no buts, no coconuts, just bam. Them name check coconuts twice within the last half an hour. What's up with coconuts? But yes,
I don't know.
Leona Hydern is who we're going to see next.
Be pretty dope, I guess. Haven't seen much of
Matter of fact, I'm going to make it crazier. I'm going to make this crazier. Leona Hydern is the 3rd member of the women fighters team. That's it. There we go. Told you I'm going to get crazy with it. You want to shatter all expectations, SNK? You want to shatter all expectations? Do that. Do that. That's all I got.
Right. I think the next person they're going to announce is Alice.
Oh. We got some time from Alice. So you think Alice, I'm going to assume, is is going to complete the trio of KOF 15's women fighters team?
I do think that.
Okay, that's your final answer there?
Yep.
All right. So now we turn to the chat, though. There's like 4 of you left here, but anybody that got any idea, predictions on who the next character trailer is going to be, put it in the chat and let me know if that's your final answer. Because I know a lot of y'all like to be jokesters, because I saw somebody, I think it's Suichi, talking about Duck King again. I do want to see Duck King back, though. I think Duck King was a little underrated.
Yeah.
Like I think people looked at him like a joke character, but it's like they cleverly integrated the whole breakdance and stuff with him. Like it was really clever. Reluctantly, Shuichi agrees with you and says Alice. Kurobomb, if you're here, what you got? Either Chris or someone completing the women fighters. Now, Kuro, before we go, you got to pick one. Is it going to be Chris, not me, or somebody completing the women fighters team? Pick one. I won't be that sad about Alice returning if they give her something a little bit new. Not to say I dislike what they had for her in the beginning, but one more thing. Because Ignorant Rizzy pointed this out, and I think it's actually a really good point. If you want to... Okay, so Kurobomb just thinks is going to be the third member of the Women Fighters team. Who do you think the third member is going to be? Who is it? Give me a person. I think all of us are banking on the Women Fighters team being confirmed this week. Because I said it's Leona. Because I'm just picking the craziest, stupidest thing. Hoping that SNK shatters expectations. Syrin and Shuichi both have said Alice, which I'm all for. But I'm going to get to that in a moment. Matter of fact, as Kurobomb is, I guess, thinking about who that third person is going to be. What I was going to say was, Ignorant Rizzy brought up a good point about basically saying that, I guess in the terms of like looking at the characters that we've seen thus far, because basically when the Sherman trailer came out, Rizzy was hoping that we saw more characters that we have not seen in the previous game. Because, you know, yeah, we get some characters are going to come back because of like storylines and all that. But he said it kind of felt almost like this was KOF 14 with an update with the characters that we saw. So I'm really hoping that there's something hella different about this then. And don't get me wrong, I'm still anticipating the game. Everything looks cool, but that's just something I want to see. I want to see more characters that we didn't have in 14. And if not, have them teamed up differently, give them some new moves, make them play a little bit differently, make them feel fresh. Nobody wants to feel like they're playing something that's a cut and paste. But that's my last word on that. Oh, you said, is that 3 for Alice? Is Kurobomb going Alice? Is that 3 for Alice? Because that's going to be Syrin, Kurobomb, and Shuichi. All of y'all saying Alice. I'm gonna legit fall out, probably scare my mom to death laughing if it is freaking Alice. I'm like, 3 of them said Alice, and it's like SNK must have specifically snuck in here, listen and watch the podcast. It was like, huh, they like Alice, let's push her out there right now. So that's 3 for Alice?
Oda watches that.
I'd be surprised.
Oda.
I'd laugh, but I'd be surprised. All right then, so 3 for Alice. That'd be Syrin, Kuro, and Shuichi saying Alice. Alice is gonna be seen next, and I'm guessing all of y'all are of the opinion that she will complete the Women Fighters trio this time around. Whoever that might be, because hey, maybe it might be a switch up. Maybe it'll be my Yuri Sakazaki and Alice. Maybe it'll be that instead. We don't know. Like I said, this is the reason why they're doing pretty good at what they're doing right now. But, and Kurobomb in the chat says, plus Oda has a Fatal Fury bias and Alice is a Fatal Fury character in his eyes. I mean, she gets a lot of her stuff from Fatal Fury characters, whether their names be Terry, Rock, what say you? I don't mind her as long as they give her like some type of like, number one, hopefully a good enough redesign, or as they've been saying, glow up if you want to be hip about it. And number 2, make her feel fresh. I'm cool with the whole, I love Terry, I love Rock, I love I want to be just like him. I mean, hey, that's the reason why we like characters. Well, That's part of the reason why we like characters like Yuri Sakazaki, Sakura, in Street Fighter. They take those well-known fighting styles of these characters that we already love, and there's a spin put on them. But like they've got to make her fresh if it is Alice. They've got to make her fresh. That's all I got to say. You got any announcements there, Syrin? Any extra comments? Anything else?
Let's see. In terms of announcements, I don't know. I haven't already, I guess, check out my reaction to Shermie. Check out my Mugen Mondays thing. I didn't quite get through it because I wouldn't say I rage quitted because I didn't really rage quit. I just got the buttons all really idly mixed up when I was trying to input them because I don't know, they're so really bizarre.
Why do you continue to do this to yourself? Why do you do this? Why do you keep telling on yourself to me? You know what that means I have to do, right? I know we're about to go, but you just admitted to it, so...
Rage quit.
Keep telling me he be rage quitting. Nah, I know you did. I'm just being silly.
Yeah.
But...
although I definitely can say that the AI was odd. Like, the thing is, it's like imagine, like I remember wishing that AI and SNK games were a little bit more aggressive and would not just wait for you to attack. And then this thing happens where this guy made it so in this game for free without max mode you can special to special cancel without having to break any kind of meter or anything. And then they would just combo me. Oh, not to mention the ultimate thing that I hate. I'm like, wow, these AI have less respect than most online players. They literally intentionally bring you into the corner.
Keep telling
Not
you,
even
man.
joking.
Keep telling you, man. But then this man, Syrin, Syrin doesn't want to just brawl. He wants to play somebody. He wants to fight the brawlers. It's not just enough to freaking... That's another thing I'm talking about. This is going to be the last thing I'm going to address, and we got to close it up there. Like, Kura and Suichi are actually making interesting points about Alice, but Kuro mentioned, like, I think people hated the whole she's dizzy after doing moves. I mean, if that interfered with, like, you know, gameplay mechanics, I could see that, though. But far as, like, just adding a little bit of a personality to a character, I think it was fine. It kind of reminds me of, Kyoshiro in Samurai Showdown when he does, like, his little DP, basically, where he leaps in the air and spins around, like, with his Naginata. When he lands, he usually, like, he won't do it as much as Alice does, but, like, he kind of motions his head like he's dizzy or whatever from all the spinning. But, you know, and Suichi finally is like, I just think she looks a little boring. Too normal blonde girl with the cap. Her gameplay is okay. That is the reason why I say they have got to make her fresh. I know looks aren't everything, and believe me, I am a proponent of that. Like, Shermie's glow up, her updated design is great, but the gameplay also stuck too. Because think about it, if Shermie was just a good visual design but a boring character, I don't think the hype that she got wouldn't have, like, been as much of a supernova as it was. Like, I think her trailer right now has the second most views of any character revealed in KOF 15 thus far. Because last time I checked, she was only behind Kyo. But the thing about it was, Kyo had, like, something in the upper 600K. But Shermie got there. Like, see, Kyo is there now, but Shermie got to that 600K threshold in only a couple of days. Her trailer's only been out for a handful of days, and she's already at the 600K threshold. I don't know if Max said something like this, but, like, do not underestimate the power of thirst. I'm like, that's true, but Imagine if Shermie had the most boring playstyle in the game. I don't think any amount of titillage would have somebody inching over to freaking play her. Because sooner or later, you're going to get bored. And that's what I really just want for Alice, just to clarify, because I'm pretty sure people are thinking like, oh, you tell me Alice needs thickness? I mean, no, but she got to feel fresh. That's all I got to say.
Just a little bit. No.
I mean, that didn't really matter. I mean, it's like, Jesus got to be fresh. Make her fresh, like, freshen her up then. Y'all made Mason-kun a bit more fresh, so it's like, come on.
Hello?
There he is.
Hi.
I bought just enough time.
So my headset isn't working, so I'm gonna dip out. Sorry, I had to leave midway through.
No, you're good, because we're
but,
actually...
thanks for letting me be here.
Actually, we were about to close up then, so you're just on time, but he just freaking drifted away. But you know what? That might as well be the cue for us to go ahead and say thank you all for joining us there. This was fun. This was hella fun.
Yeah.
Until next time, this is Chris Lotus, Syrin Richxson. Check us out next week. We will see you all then.
Yep.
Kuro's awesome.
Make sure to catch us at the character reactions.
Yeah,
Well.
Yeah. Kuro's freaking funny. Tells him, damn, Pancake, you died. I was so worried. Thank you all again for watching and joining us. We're glad you enjoyed this new little something that we tried. Then we're trying to make, like, similar to what I was talking about with Alice. We want to make everything fresh. We're trying to make everything more fun. That's all I got to say. But until... What's up?
Some other LF YouTubers on here, but the one I tried to get works on Saturdays, so I can't.
Okay.
Couldn't figure anything out there. But
I mean, hey, you know.
the thing is, I tried. I tried to get Chief, but he never responded. So whatever.
That is cool though. But yeah, this is the Shattering, and we will all catch you for realsies. We're about to break out this time because I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and I want to eat. Till next time, this Shattering podcast, and we will catch you all next time. Take care. Be safe out there. See ya. I don't want to say good night because I'm like some people watching on other sides of the world. See y'all.
Yo, bye-bye.